Livestock farming has been a passion. The inspiration has been right from a very tender age. Okay, the experience has been vast since let me say I picked up this since my SS1.
Meet Mr. Nseyen John, a passionate graduate of animal sciences who is building a sustainable and profitable rabbit farm.
Monthly, if I invest 20,000 in this stock you're saying, I make nothing less than 50,000 in a month.
He started small with just 2 rabbits. With patience, persistence and hands-on knowledge, those 2 rabbits multiplied.
While starting the rabbit farm, it was just for fun. Just two male and female. Okay, just a male and female. But as time goes, because of the gestation period they have, barely just 1 month, you can say 30 to 33 days.
Wow.
That's the gestation period for rabbits.
Wow.
Okay, so looking at that gestation period, they are able to give birth like 6 times in a year if properly managed.
Join us as we step inside his farm and uncover the inspiring journey behind his success.
From my own experience, I've known rabbit as a lovely animal, and from research, rabbit is said to be one of the most nutritious and best meat that anyone can consume, especially diabetic patients. So today, we are going to be meeting with a rabbit farmer who has been in this business for years to share some secrets about rabbit farming and how it can be done. So stay tuned and make sure you watch this video to the end. Let's go. Good day, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, please, can you introduce yourself to our viewers and what you do here?
Okay, good morning viewers. My name is Nseyen John. I'm from Akwa Ibom State, a graduate of Animal Science and Animal Production, Michael Opara University of Agriculture.
Okay.
I reside here in Abia State and I'm into livestock farming.
Okay.
This is just what you're seeing here, a view of the rabbit section. There's a poultry section.
Okay.
There's a piggery section. Okay, and we also consult for farmers, give advice people. Okay, as a specialty in that field. So that's who I am and that's what I do.
Okay, what inspired you to start all this livestock farming?
Okay, livestock farming has been a passion. The inspiration has been right from a very tender age. Okay, the experience has been vast since let me say I picked up this since my SS1. I think that should be 2011, 2012, and over the years I've been blessed by this. My hands are blessed in doing this, catering for this livestock. So that has been the passion. In fact, the driving force, taking it as a course in the university. That's where the passion came from. To know more, be elaborate about it, to find solutions and then improve living and making ends meet and other things I can also contribute to the society. So that's been the passion and the driving force.
Okay, sir. So what kind of animal that you have here?
And what we have here is just a section of the rabbit.
Yes,
rabbit section, and comprising of different breeds.
Wow.
We have
what
here.
are the breeds?
We have
and what makes them different?
Okay, talking about the differences, we'll be looking at their features, their characteristics. Okay, you can, that's where we now consider the colors, having the colors, the hairs, the fur. The fur, is it short or long? Okay, so that's what makes them the features that differentiates one from another. And we have breeds like the Dutch, the Chinchilla, the New Zealand white, all white with a pink eye. We have Angora, all white, pink eye, but has a lengthy hair. The fur is lengthy and is fluffy. Okay, so those are the distinguishing features of these animals. We have most of them, like the Chinchilla, we have those ones that are the lap, used majorly in the lap animal. We have ones that are used for meat production based on the carcass quality. Okay, how fast growing they are. So those are the things that differentiates one breed from another.
Okay. So how many rabbit did you started with?
Well, as I was starting the rabbit farm, it was just for fun. Just two male and female. Okay, just a male and female. But as time goes, because of the gestation period they have, barely just 1 month, you can say 30 to 33 days. That's the gestation period for rabbits. Okay, so looking at that gestation period, they are able to give birth like 6 times in a year if properly managed, with a litter size not less than 5. Can be 5, 7, 10, 3 and above, depending on your management.
Okay.
So that's how I started, and it grew, so I had to enlarge it. I later discovered it was something lucrative. The demand high for experimental purposes. Okay, and even for in terms of health wise, it's been recommended by the doctors for diabetic patients because of the low cholesterol content, even lesser than the broiler we eat. Okay, so because of that, the rabbit farming is vast and it's beautiful. So I picked interest in it, and I choose to go into it full time and then make something out of it.
Okay, so if somebody decide to start a rabbit farming, what and what would the person be needing to start up?
Okay, rabbit farming is beautiful. It's one of the easiest and less capital and intensive farming. Okay, you can start as long as just the way you're seeing. Someone who starts with this cage, the way you're seeing, just this. Okay, and choose to have a male and a female of this. Okay, can start with this, and I assure that person in less than a year you move from this. Let me say someone who has a capital of 100,000 can comfortably start a rabbit business. You may choose to go with commercial feed. You may choose to feed them on forage alone. Okay, they will survive that way. It's not as tedious as poultry farm, that if you don't have their feed you can't raise them. Okay, but this one, with just getting the breeding stock, you can venture even with them kitchen waste, like the yam peels you are seeing. The banana peels and all those things, rabbit feed on them. Okay, they are herbivores naturally. Commercial feed is just to substitute or supplement their food. So it's less intensive for young people that will want to venture into it.
Okay, sir. What of if you purchase this rabbit, like if you purchase the winners, how many months will it take it to grow up to start giving birth?
Okay, for you to raise a winner from at least 6 weeks of age to adult, it takes 5 to 6 months. Yes, that's the standard. By 5 months of age, a rabbit is matured. To be mated. So that's how long it takes. In 6 months highest, you have your adult rabbit and you start producing from the winner stage.
What are the type of forage grass that you feed them?
We have so many, depending on which or the one available in your locality. We have talking about the legumes, we have centrosema, we have galapagonium. We have tridax, procumbent, that within our reach. We have the panicum. Those are the forage you can see around, and you can use it. They feed on them very well, and it's good. There are other ones, but at least within us, those are the ones you can find easily.
Do rabbit get sick?
Yes, they do, just like every other livestock animal. Yes, they do.
How do you know when they get sick, and how do you cure them?
As someone who is trained in this field, how to know if a rabbit is sick, you can start from their physical appearance. Are they agile? Going to your cage in the morning, inspecting your animal
Okay.
while dropping their food. Do they rush to eat it?
Okay.
Okay. Agility, they have to be excited on seeing you. Okay, they know they are expecting something is coming. So by the time you get to your cage or your farm, you don't see those things happening. They are dull. The mood is not what you've been seeing. Then it's an indication that something is wrong somewhere, and you start from there. So that is gross examination. That's where you start from before you now move to other parameters that you can use to look out for their health and well-being.
Okay. What do you use to give them apart from that forages to enhance their growth?
Okay. Apart from the forage, you can also, there are other supplements you can use.
Like what?
Commercially, we have the multivitamins. We have some antiparasitic drug that you can use to reduce parasites or eliminate it from the system to help them grow, because parasite, what they do, they sap, they eat from the host and then cause damage to the host. So with those medicine you can use to curtail that. But talking about the rabbit, if properly managed, I assure you, I guarantee you can run a year
without any
disease condition. I'm talking from experience. A year to, I can tell you for the past 1 year and 6 months I've not administered anything to this rabbit, because most of these plants we give to them, these forages, they have some potentials, active ingredient in it that are medicinal to their health. So it keeps them going. Like the bitter leaf, it can be used for deworming. So it's something that you can use instead of going for the commercial part of the drug. That can help. So they are easy to manage.
Do you give them water?
Yes, I give them on a daily. You give them food, you give them water, you examine them. I do that every day.
So what are the challenges that you face in this business?
Okay, the challenges, well, as a young man trying to expand, set up something, just the way I told you, I have a branch in Akwa Ibom State, and here in Abia, I'm trying to set up this, make it bigger. So one of the challenge happens to be capital. Capital to invest more, a better location to site the business and have it the way I want it to be. So those are, I think that's the major challenge for now. The capital, the location, that's the major thing for now.
Is this business profitable?
Wow, that's a very nice question. It's profitable. I can say that with my full chest. The business is profitable.
What is your ROI, maybe monthly?
Talking about the return of investment, it's nice, and I can say monthly, going by my record, which I know I have, if I happen to invest, at least going by feeding, the commercial feed I use, monthly, if I invest 20,000 in this stock you're saying, I make nothing less than 50,000 in a month.
Apart from the capital,
based on the liter size, how rapid they are able. That's all things being equal. When you have the bets going on the way it should be, you have your winners to sell on time, you have the growers to sell on time, and even you want to sell the adults. So it's that good.
How long will they take for them to be a winner?
After mating, the gestation period, that's what we call it, the right term. The gestation period is between 30 to 33 days. That's how their pregnancy lasts, how long it lasts. And between a period of 1 month and some days, you have new winners coming up. So that's the gestation period. And then you can monitor them, grow with the mother for at least the next 1 month. You win them, and you stand a chance to remate the mother.
After 1 month
after 1 month
giving birth,
yes, you can now recross and then still keep on producing.
Do you usually cross this rabbit with another breed?
Yes, depending on what your aim and your target is. If you want to go into crossbreeding, maybe you are into meat production and you have a chinchilla and you have a New Zealand white, and going by meat production, New Zealand whites are good meat rabbits. They have good carcass quality, so you can crossbreed with your chinchilla to improve the stock of that chinchilla. And then thereby the kittens now will give you a better version of what you want to achieve. And they grow bigger in size. So assuming you have a bigger male and a smaller female not really growing the way it should be, you can use the male to crossbreed. That's what I'm saying, depending on what you want to. You can also do pure breeding, straight line breeding, thereby mating New Zealand to New Zealand, chinchilla to chinchilla, Dutch to Dutch, but it solely depends on what you want to achieve. What's your aim?
I saw a newly baited rabbit that have hairs around it. What happened there? Are you the one that pulled all those things that is like cotton wool?
No. What you saw in that box, my own duty was to take note of the day I crossed my rabbit. Going by the days I've already told you about, I calculated it, know the exact date, 3 days to the delivery date or expected date. I put the box you are seeing for it. And one attribute of a good mother with a good mothering ability is she pulls her her hairs to make the nest a comfortable place for those kittens that are coming to rest. So that's the whole hair, the materials you saw in that box is the hair from the mother. So I did not put them. That's what they do naturally.
Wow. So what do you have to say about people that say that agriculture is for the poor? That
Jesus. Well, I'm surprised to hear that. Anyone that says agriculture is for the poor, I don't think that person is enlightened. Because talking about Nigeria as a whole, the major thing that is helping us to stand is agriculture, and the other aspect is the petroleum we talk about. So agriculture, please, to young farmers, to people that are coming up, it's not for the poor. Let me cite Obasanjo. He's a renowned man in this country. And talking about one of the best farms in Nigeria, he owns it. So it's not for the poor. In fact, looking at the current situation of Nigeria, if you don't have the capital, the money, you can't do a successful farming. So it's not for the poor. So I encourage people, even if you want to come in, you can start little. It's for the rich. I'm a rich man, I'm a rich guy. So it's not for the poor.
Do you used to bring out waste for you?
Yes, I do. Most of the times, why the place you've seen is clean, is not littered, because I try as much on a daily to clean up the place, or 2 times in a day. I try to clean, and the waste here, the droppings, the feces are not really a waste. I use it for my farm to cultivate my crops. Very, very effective. They are rich in nitrogen. Even the urine you collect from here, research has proven that it's rich in nitrogen. It can also serve as fertilizer and pesticides for our crops. So it's not a waste. I try as much to clean it and make use of it.
You use it to plant all this maize.
Yes, you can see the maize that is around here. They're doing very well. So that's what I use. So I don't use fertilizer. I use the organic one.
So what is the advice to some young people that want to really venture into agriculture, maybe start off something?
My advice for the young guys out there, the young ladies out there who is fascinated about agriculture, who has passion, because I really dwell on that passion and your focus. For those who are focused and they want to earn a living from this, add to the well-being of the country, please go ahead, follow your passion, do it with all your might, give in your time, and I give you my word, with the right knowledge, right consultation, right supervision, you will make it perfectly and well.
Okay, thank you very much for having you.
Same here. Okay, it was wonderful having a chat with you. Thank you very much.
So I believe that you guys heard everything that he said. If you really want to do something, you can actually, once you made up your mind to do it, you can actually pay it up. So I'll be linking his details and maybe social media handles at the description box. If you want to reach out to him, you can connect with him for more consultation or maybe to buy something for him. So if you really like this video and you find some helpful information in this video, kindly give it a like, subscribe and toggle on all notifications so that you'll be able to receive our updates once we drop a video like this on this channel. Thank you for watching. See you next other time. Peace.